Good evening, you're watching AWANI Tonight with me, Farhana Sheikh. Prime Minister Dato' Sri Anwar Ibrahim has urged all federal ministries and departments to adopt the Federal Government Electronic Receipt Systems or iPayment by March. He stresses the need to accelerate the system's implementation to ensure improved and streamlined services for the public.
Harus ingat bahawa ukuran akhirnya ialah bagaimana majoriti rakyat mengecapi nikmat pembaharuan reformasi yang kita bicarakan. Dan sebab itu saya sekali lagi gesa supaya program iPayment ini dipercepatkan dari unjuran jadual akhir April kepada awal Mac.
Anwar also highlighted iPayment's role in advancing digital transformation in the public sector, improving efficiency and cutting bureaucratic delays. Developed in 2022, iPayment standardizes government payments, starting with an online portal in Phase 1 and Phase 2, which begins today, expanding its services by adding payment channels at counters and through mobile applications.
Prime Minister Dato' Sri Anwar Ibrahim has called on the Education Ministry to swiftly implement initiatives to enhance English proficiency among students. He says education reform that focuses on this aspect must be expedited to ensure no further delays in implementation.
Keputusan kita 2023 akan dirangka tahun 2024, akan diputuskan 2025. Akan dimulakan rancangan test ataupun ujian 26, 27 dijalankan peringkat awal, 28 baru dapat cuba dilaksanakan. Tak boleh lagi dah. Perencanaan begitu itu perencanaan lama.
Anwar emphasized that education is key to institutional reforms, adding that while reinforcing Bahasa Melayu is crucial, it is equally important to ensure strong English proficiency, particularly at the secondary level. Sarawak has formalized its takeover of Mas Wing Sdn Bhd, with the airline to be renamed Air Borneo, the state's own carrier. The rebranding was announced by State Premier Tan Sri Abang Jari Tun Openg after witnessing the signing of the sale and purchase agreement with Malaysian Aviation Group. Finalizing the deal were State Secretary Dato' Amar Muhammad Abu Bakar Marzuki, who is also Air Borneo Chairman, and MAG Group Managing Director Dato' Captain Izham Ismail. Abang Jari said Air Borneo will enhance Sarawak's domestic and international connectivity while offering affordable fares and more job opportunities. He added that for now, the airline will prioritize rural air services and gradually expand to regional destinations within a 4 to 5 hour radius. Abang Jari assured a smooth transition, with a transfer of ownership expected to be completed by year-end, leveraging MAG's expertise to maintain high service standards. Meanwhile, Transport Minister Anthony Loh, also present at the event, addressed concerns regarding subsidy allocation for rural air services.
And one of our first steps is to sign a Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, if you can still recall, on 27th of October 2023, here in Kuching as well. Minister of Transport and the Sarawak government have signed an MOU to state our commitment that in the event of Sarawak government taking over Mas Wing, the financial subsidy and the financial commitment every year for rural air service will be continued to the new operator. And in fact, for the current year, 2025, the allocation is 209 million for rural air service.
Malaysia will designate the last Saturday of every September as Malaysia Cleanup Day. Housing and Local Government Minister Ngako Ming says the Cabinet has given the green light for the annual nationwide program, with his ministry leading the charge.
As a top tourist destination, Nga said the initiative aims to enhance the country's image as a clean and safe place to attract more visitors. Last year's cleanup broke 3 national records with over 58,000 volunteers, nearly 4,650 metric tons of waste collected in a single day, and the longest gotong royong that ran for 12 hours. This year, the ministry targets 100,000 participants, including school children, through a partnership with the Education Ministry.
Malaysians can expect hotter and drier weather than usual from next month as the northeast monsoon nears its end in mid-March. Malaysia Director General Muhammad Hisham Muhammad Anib says this is because during this period there will be reduced cloud cover and lower rainfall.
Muhammad Hisham added that maximum temperatures during this time could exceed 35 degrees Celsius in the early afternoon. Hot and dry weather is expected to affect most parts of the country, especially in the northern peninsula, Perak, Pahang and Kelantan, from this month until May. Heat waves and haze may also occur, though they should be less severe than last year due to a weak La Niña phenomenon persisting until mid-year. Hisham advised members of the public to conserve water and avoid open burning, as well as to limit their outdoor activities to prevent excessive exposure to heat.
In other news, the CEO of GISB Holdings Sdn Berhad, Nasiruddin Muhammad Ali, along with 21 others, have pleaded not guilty to being a part of an organized criminal group. The 13 men and 9 women aged 28 to 72 made their plea at the Shah Alam High Court earlier today.
They were charged with being members of an organized crime group at a premise in Bandar Country Homes, Rawang, between October 2020 and September 11, 2024. The charge was made under Section 130V in brackets 1 of the Penal Code, which carries a prison sentence of between 5 to 20 years upon conviction. Bail was not proposed by the Deputy Public Prosecutor as the offence falls under SOSMA 2012. However, lawyer Datuk Rosli Kamaruddin informed the court that 21 of the accused were in the process of completing bail applications. The court fixed March 17th to hear the bail applications.
We'll go for a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
Rambut gugur lagi? Macam mana Gunakan Pantene baharu dengan provitamin mikro yang meresap dan menguatkan rambut dari dalam. Rambut 10 kali lebih kuat terhadap rambut gugur. Pantene baharu.
Penyasaran subsidi diesel di Semenanjung tidak akan memberi kesan kepada harga barangan keperluan di Sabah, Sarawak dan Labuan.
660 individu berusia bawah 21 tahun di Sarawak telah diberikan kewarganegaraan.
Sarawak kini menjalinkan kerjasama dengan Bank Dunia dalam menjayakan perdagangan karbonnya.
Welcome back. Israel has threatened to end the ceasefire in Gaza if Hamas does not release hostages by midday Saturday, echoing a demand by US President Donald Trump. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vows his military will resume fighting with Hamas until the group is defeated.
Netanyahu's ultimatum came after a meeting with several key ministers, including defense, foreign affairs, and national security. He also ordered troops to gather inside and around Gaza, with the military deploying additional forces to Israel's south. In response, Hamas issued a statement renewing its commitment to the ceasefire while accusing Israel of jeopardizing the agreement. Following nearly 16 months of war, the group has been gradually releasing hostages since the first phase of the ceasefire took effect on January 19th. However, on Monday, it refused to free any more over accusations that Israel was violating its end of the deal.
US President Donald Trump has signed another executive order, this time aimed at significantly shrinking the federal workforce. He's directing agencies to work with top advisor Elon Musk to identify government employees who can be laid off and functions that can be eliminated entirely.
With his 4-year-old son by his side, the billionaire stood next to Trump in the Oval Office, defending his role in what critics call a hostile and non-transparent takeover of government.
The people voted for major government reform, and that's what people are going to get. They're going to get what they voted for. And a lot of times, people they don't get what they voted for. But in this presidency, they are going to get what they voted for. And that's what democracy is all about. Well, we actually are trying to be as transparent as possible. In fact, our actions, we post our actions to the Doge handle on X and to the Doge website. So all of our actions are maximally transparent. In fact, I don't think there's been, I don't know of a case where an organization has been more transparent than the Doge organization.
Under the order, federal agencies can only hire one new employee for every 4 who leave. National security, law enforcement and immigration staff will be exempt from cuts. Trump and Musk say the plan could save $1 trillion by eliminating waste and fraud, a figure equal to 15% of the total federal spending. Last month, the Trump administration offered 8-month buyouts to nearly all 2.3 million federal employees if they agreed to resign. So far, about 65,000 employees have accepted the offer, but the program is on hold following a legal challenge from federal unions.
Meanwhile, Japan has requested an exemption from the 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum imposed by US President Donald Trump. The tariffs are set to take effect on March 12th, marking Trump's first sector-based tariff order since taking office last month.
Chief Cabinet Secretary Yoshimasa Hayashi announced the formal request through Japan's embassy in the US. This move comes after Trump signed an order on Monday removing duty-free quotas that were previously granted under the Joe Biden administration. These quotas allowed Japan to export up to 1.25 million tons of steel per year without tariffs, starting in April 2022. In 2024, Japan's steel exports to the US were valued at nearly $2 billion and aluminium exports at $183 million. Trump has now removed these exemptions. Australia has made similar exemption requests, which Trump said he would consider due to the country's trade deficit with the US.
Over in Korea, the murder of a first-grade student by her teacher at an elementary school in South Korea has sent parents reeling and amplified concerns of school dismissal safety. The country's acting president, Choi Sang-mok, has ordered a review of school safety standards to ensure such incidents never happen again.
Despite the government operating a subsidized childcare escort service for children aged 3 to 12, eligibility is limited based on income criteria. High demand has also led to long waiting times, with the average wait last year being nearly a month. The teacher at an elementary school in Daejeon confessed to stabbing 7-year-old Kim Ha-nul, having planned to attack the last student leaving the classroom on Monday. Police say she purchased a knife near the school during lunch break and lured the victim into the audiovisual room with a book before strangling and stabbing her. The teacher had requested a 6-month leave of absence due to depression on December 9th, but returned just 20 days later after a doctor assessed her as being fit to work. She now faces investigation for premeditated murder.
That wraps up AWANI tonight. Do check out our web portal, keeping you informed on the critical events shaping our world, all in one place at international.astrawani.com. That's all for now. I'm Farhana Sheikh. Thank you for watching and good night.